Hello student. Now I am explaining you saving function, right? Same as the consumption function. Function shows a relationship because it's related to consumption. So income relationship with the consumption function. It's called relationship with the consumption. That's why it's called consumption function. Now saving function, because name is showing the saving, so it means when the relationship showing between the saving and income, it's called the when relationship between the s and y. What is s means saving and y means income. Okay, so it means the function, which function is showing the relationship between the saving and income, it's called the consumption. Remember, y always be income, y always be income. Okay, y means income. So functional relationship between the saving and income, it's called saving function. Okay, now if you know about the consumption function, okay, equation of consumption function, then you can find out saving function also. C equals to consumption function equals to C equals to autonomous consumption plus by, right? It is a consumption function, right? So consumption function C equals to autonomous consumption plus by. Through this we can find out the saving function. Now saving function S equals to, okay, S equals to autonomous consumption is in positives, but that's why C minus autonomous consumption. Minus autonomous consumption means value of S, value of saving when income 0. Okay, minus autonomous consumption means the value of saving when income 0. Okay, now B is MPC and 1 minus B is MPS. 1 minus B is MPS. It means marginal prospective to saving, and Y is income. Okay, why it's 1 minus B and minus. Now see, income, Y is income. Income equals to C plus S always, right? My income, okay, where I use my income on the consumption or saving, right? If my income is 10, so 6 I expend on the consumption, and the rest of the 10 minus 6, it means 4 rupees I am saving in the banks. Okay, so it means 6 plus 4, 10 total. 6 is consumption value and 4 is saving value. That, so like this example, always income equals to C plus S. It means consumption plus saving equals to Y. So if one is given, okay, in both of them, and income also given, we can find out the other one. S equals to C goes to left side, so Y minus C. So in the numerical question, sometimes Y is given and C is given. Now find out the S. How you calculate? Because Y equals to C plus X, or because S equals to C is going to left side, it means minus C. So Y minus C. So it means 0 minus 20. So S value 20. 50 minus 60, S value minus 10. 100 minus 100, 0. 150 minus 140, 10. So like this we calculate the saving value, because Y equals to C plus S, right? Now put some learn some formulas. MPS and MPC value always be equals to 1. Okay, MPS and MPC value always be equal to 1. For example, if MPS plus MPC is B equals to 1, so how we calculate? MPS equals to B is going to right side, 1 minus B. So it means MPS value 1 minus B. That's why in the equation we put 1 minus B. Okay, how we calculate MPS? Because MPC value we denote by B, and MPS and MPS, this one fixed. Okay, how we fix is a equation. How we say that MPS and MPC always be 1, it's a equation. I explain you in next classes how we get the MPS and MPC value 1. Okay, but learn always MPS and MPC value always be less than MPS or MPC value always be less than to 1. Okay, MPS plus B equals to 1. So B is going to left side, right side. So MPS equals to 1 minus B. That's why in the equation we put the value of B. We put the 1 minus b, because 1 minus b equals to MPS. Okay, so now clear how we get the 1 minus b. So S equals to now C minus autonomous consumption. See, this one is first situation. It's called the autonomous consumption, right? First situation is autonomous consumption, because income 0, consumption 20. So how we calculate saving? 1 minus y minus c. So 0 minus 20. So minus 20. Minus 20 is autonomous consumption 20, but autonomous saving at the position where the income is 0 is minus 20. So here we put the minus autonomous consumption, right? Autonomous consumption 20. So autonomous saving is minus 20. Okay, so minus c is where the value of S when y is 0. That's why, because y is 0, income 0. So how we save? That's why saving is in negative. Okay, say in consumption y is 0, but there will be positive value of saving. Positive y is 0, positive value of c consumption, but negative value of saving, because we can't save the money if we are not on the income. Okay, but if we are not on the income, but there will be a consumption. Clear? So this, like this equation, we solve that S equals to minus C. But it means minus autonomous consumption plus 1 minus B. It means MP as an income. This one equation is shows the saving function. What is called saving? This one is a saving function. Okay, clear? How we get? Now same as the MPC. MPC equals to change in C upon change in Y. Now MPS equals to change in S upon change in Y. MPS is showing the ratio between the changing additional unit of saving and additional unit of income, right? It means what is the extra unit change in saving and what is the extra unit of change in income ratio. It's showing the MPS, and APS means total value, ratio between the total value of saving and total income. It's showing the S divided by Y. It's called the APS. Clear? MPS or MPC always be less than to 1. MPS plus MPC equals to 1. Same as APC plus APS equals to 1. Okay. Now see some points, important points. MPC and MPS never be negative. Okay. Because both are always equals to 1. Okay. And APC also never be negative, right? Because we always consume some goods and services, right? But APS can be negative, because when income, in which situation? When income 0, right? When income 0, or maybe income less than to consumption. In two situations, when income 0 and income less than to consumption, saving is be negative. That's why APS can be negative. But APC, MPC, MPS never be negative. Okay. Now how we learn the diagram, saving function through the diagram. Now x-axis showing the income, y-axis showing the saving. Okay. Now we have the data, right? At 0 income, saving minus 20. At 50, saving minus 10. 100, saving 0. 150, saving 10, right? So because it's in minus value, that's why I'll draw the two axis, y-axis and minus y-axis, right? So on the minus y-axis, we are showing the minus value of savings, right? So minus 10, minus 20, 10, 20, and here we showing the income. At first point, when income is 0, okay, there the saving is minus 20, saving minus 20, income 50, saving minus 10, income 100, saving 0, income 150, saving 10, right? Now see, income 0, right? This thing showing income 0, saving minus 20, so saving minus 20, okay? We are put the dots, okay? After that 50 minus income 50, but the saving minus 10, so we put the dot. After that income 100 and saving 0. After that income 150 and saving in positive value 10. When we make these dots, we get the saving function curve. Okay, so this one is saving function curve. So it shows then when the income is 0, okay, or less than the 0, it means we are not getting an income, then always be saving is in negative. When income increase more than the 0, we get the savings. Okay, we can save the money. So like this, we solve the consumption function and saving function. Now next topic is relationship between the consumption function and saving function. Thank you.